Yes, guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV, and we are doing a match reaction and player rating to Arsenal's win against Leicester City this afternoon. It's just finished 4-2 at the Emirates, so I couldn't do the watch along. The weather and still the symptoms of long COVID is still getting to us. But yeah, Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. So, 2-0 up at half time, cruising. Gabriel Jesus gets his first 2 goals of the season, of the Premier League season. And we're all set and cruising. Then we come out in the second half, and game management goes, doesn't it? As usual. Right? Well, how many times have we had this on the Martel? Right? Is that we go 2-0 up, we look comfortable, we look cruising, and then all of a sudden we lose concentration for 5 minutes. Um, we lose concentration for 5 minutes, and then we concede a stupid goal, and then we're on backs against the wall. Luckily, we go 3-1 up, and then we do exactly the same again. And we do exactly the same thing yet again. Right? Concede a stupid goal. Right? Luckily, Martinelli comes up with a fourth, and we're managing to see the game out. But how many times has our game management under this manager been poor? Right? And what's going to happen this time when he gets into the dressing room? Right? Because from what I've seen from this bloody all for nothing series, all I've seen from this manager is, despite fast fights or or where we keep the clean sheet, as long as we win the game, it's all good. It's all fine. Let's carry on. That dressing room, the only one that's get pissed off, right, about the fact that we lost control in that game is Aaron Ramsdale, because he lost his clean sheet. I guarantee it, right? And I'll refer it back to can't remember which episode it is now. Probably episode 3 actually. But you look at the Aston Villa game last year. Now, everyone that came in were all like, yeah, well done everyone, 3-1 for absolute perfect. Arteta comes in, well done, right? The only one that's pissed off is Ramsdale, because you lost concentration for the last 5 minutes. See the stupid goal, right? I'm telling you, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Klopp, all these elite managers, they were like, yeah, good result, but you lost concentration for 5 minutes. Next time you do that, that could be 2-1, and that'll be 2-2. We could see the stupid goal, and then we end up drawing the game, right? Right? That's how these teams get perfection. That's how these teams become clinical, because they work on the small details, right? Not just accept because we won 3-1. Oh, it's all good. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good, right? It's all rosy. You know what I mean, right? Like I said, Ramsdale will be the only one that pissed off to concede 2 goals in that game, and we lost control of the game twice, right? Luckily, we had enough firepower on the pitch, right? Now, I had my doubts about Gabriel Jesus, but the first goal, lovely finish, right? Can't take nothing away from that finish. Just stood up and didn't really get a run at the ball. Just literally had the ball stood there right in front of him and just dinked it straight over the defender and the keeper, right? Obviously, Kasper Schmeichel being out injured. I'm going to look at the lineup actually, because like I said, I didn't see the whole game actually. Saliba probably with an own goal in that one, and he couldn't do much about that, to be fair, to be honest. Like, it's one of those, like, ball comes in, you got to make a challenge, and it's just come off him and it's gone straight in the net. right? So can't really blame him on that one. So, and then, but still, we do that. We go back 3-1 up, and we're all fine. We're all cruising, right? And then we all of a sudden, Madison comes out of nowhere, right, with a 74th minute goal, right? Now people are going to make out because Tillerman's played on the pitch, he ain't going to come, right? That doesn't make a difference to me. I actually agree with Chris and Ant on that one. He said on the preview, that's not going to make a difference. They were going to play him anyway. And but yeah, I'll have to see the goals back again. So got because of that. I'll have to see the goals back again. To be honest, Arsenal 4 to Leicester. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well. Why is it every time that Arteta, like when Arteta like at the end of the game, why is it it's like, oh my god, I finally did it. It's like, I wonder if he got the photographer to speak at half time. Afternoon, mate. 6 episodes, and I've not seen any tactics used from Arteta. I did see some more towards the game. I did see some more towards the second 3 episodes. Dude, cheer up a bit. That was good. No. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I said it's a good win, right? I'm not gonna like lose my shit because, right? But Marley, this is the problem. This is the problem with Arsenal fans, right? Because we've won, we're gonna forget. We're gonna forget what's gonna happen in the game. We're just gonna worry we got 3 points. Do you know why Man City and Klopp and Liverpool, sorry, right, and Chelsea that are so high up? Because if their fans can see the stupid goal concede, they're on them. Little details counting a lot when it comes to very tightly contested, right, competitions. And if you want to win the Europa League, you want to win the Champions League, you want to win the Premier League, you want to win the FA Cup, and you want to win the League Cup, and you go 2-0 up, right? You game manage the game out. You don't concede stupid goals. You want to be taken seriously in the Europa League this season, right? You don't concede stupid goals like that. You don't concede when you are so in control of the game. Simple. You don't see Liverpool doing that. You see them when they're 2-0 up, that's it, done. Right? Right? Let me see. Let me look at the other results. Because I remember Man City were 3-0 up at half time. 4-0. Game managed. Right? They didn't let Bournemouth back in. They didn't give them a goal. They didn't give them an opportunity. Right? They came out in the second half. And then toyed with them until they decided, go on, we'll add a fourth. That's why they're Premier League champions. That is why they are miles ahead. We are miles ahead. And plus, can I make a point as well? We're 2 games in. Why the fuck am I hearing that stupid song? Well, we all believed we were on our way to the Champions League last season when we were so many points in front. Where did we finish? Right, let me think. Where did we finish? Right, we're singing that stupid song, and where do we finish? Being so many points in front of Man U, Tottenham, West Ham, Wolves. Oh yeah, we finished 5th, didn't we? What did we do? Oh yeah, Rob Holding, Balding, and Ben White. But Rob Holding, most of all, decided to get himself sent off against Spurs. Yeah, hands it to him on a plate. Yeah, should have rolled out a red carpet as well, man. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on and argue against this, like Marley, like you ain't been on him for ages. Come on in and now give us an argument then. I get that, mate, but the goals were individual mistakes. Don't tell me. Ben White at right back. Ben White. I bet it was Ben White at right back. I'll give you 2 guesses. It was Ben White at right back. Well, that was Manny, but he disappeared. He'll probably be back in a second. It was Ben White at right back that cost that one. But look, like I said, I'm not gonna absolutely lose it because we conceded 2 goals. I am concerned that the fact we still, despite the investment we've made this season, Zinchenko, Jesus, and this is what I've said: Fabio Silva, Marquinhos, they're not enough. It's not enough, right? There's a guy in that fucking Leicester team we should be fucking buying. If we bought him, it would be fucking 2-0, 3-0, right? They wouldn't get a look in. They wouldn't get a look in. Right? I'm talking about Tillemans. £25 million or £30 million, whatever it fucking costs, would buy him and fucking make us better game management. But no, let's just fucking sit there and wait. Right? Let's hope the top 4's not decided by goal difference, yeah? Because we're shit at that. Goal difference doesn't matter. Right? I remember that. Goal difference doesn't matter. Right? You all seem to forget 90 and 89. That's what we were told last season. Right? Because we wanted to make as much excuse for Ben White as possible, right? Or Rob Holding or anything like that. We were told that, like, by these super fans, right? That goal difference doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, does it? Right? Apart from 989, doesn't matter. No, of course. Right? It's all about finishing in alphabetical order if we're level on points, apparently. Like, where did these fans go? Seriously. Right? What did these fans do? And apparently I heard, right, Crystal Palace game, right? Why are we performing like that against Leicester when we in Crystal Palace game? It was such a good performance, apparently. It was fucking top draw. I'm told that I'm a complete twat for thinking that Ben White was getting skinned by Zaha every 5 seconds. Well, he was. He was just about coping with him, right? Just about coping with him, right? Just about, right? But apparently that Crystal Palace game, fucking hell, that was about as good as the Invincibles, that game. Right? Don't know. What's the excuse this time? Right? But like I said just earlier, why are we singing that song? Why are we singing that stupid song? Oh, we're in the Europa League. They should be singing. It should be going like this. We got Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Tierney at the back, Gabby in attack. We're in the Europa League. We're in the Europa League, not the Champions League. Not on the way to Champions League. That's what they should be singing. Right. I mean, I'd still get him happily, but I barely noticed Tillemans playing today. Yeah, look, to be honest, Jacob played very well today. I've got to give him. Jacob played well today. I've got to be honest. In most of the game that I saw, he was very good. Big up, Gracie. I hope you're doing well. I've put the link in the chat, by the way. If anyone wants to come on, please do. Props. Big up. How are you?
Steven.
How you doing, Matt? How you doing, Matt?
What's good, man?
How you doing, Sait? How you doing, guys?
I'm on my way home.
Yo, what's good, man? Oh,
How you doing, Sait? How you doing, guys? Oh, hang on. I think that's though. You got us on a.
oh.
How you doing, yeah, you got us on repeat.
I'm on my way home. I just came to say hello and a great victory. I didn't watch the game, but I'm glad we won.
Is that good? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Go on, Sait. You were saying.
Now, I was saying I didn't watch the game because I'm on my way home from the airport. Obviously, we won. Another win. As I said, in the first 3 games, momentum is more important than anything. Let's keep stacking up the 3 points. It's good confidence for the squad, and hopefully we can continue to win.
Yeah, big up. Danny said, "Big up, City. Let your fans enjoy."
Your favorite player was good again today, Granit Xhaka, the guy you got on the back of your shirt.
Don't know where I got that, mate. What are you on about? Natstar, how you doing? How do you see it?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Another one of those where we got the job done. I knew we would at least concede 1 goal, but we ended up conceding 2. Saliba, the only thing I'll say about that, it was an error. It was a clear error. I'm not going to hide it, but he is young, and I'm not going to slate him for it. I'd rather him do it in a game like this than against like a Tottenham or a Man United, like a proper big game than that. What I saw today, just very quickly, it just goes to show the whole Odegaard-Maddison debate. Maddison won it yet again. Need I say any more on that? Like it was clear. 1 chance, bang.
1 goal.
Side, yes, yeah, and it was a very good goal. Yes, we should have defended that better. Gabriel, a yard off it, and Zinchenko got dragged a bit, but it was he still had to finish it, and it was a great finish. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to put that on Ramsdale as anywhere near as much because that was a really good finish. But I just think overall, it's very clear that the Brazilians, Gabriel, Jesus, and Martinelli, they're the 2 that for me.
They're linking up well, aren't they?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I knew Jesus would at least score 1 today. Like against Palace, he played very well, but he just didn't score because he was dropping so deep. He was like where Messi used to be when he was at Barcelona, like picking up the ball behind the halfway line. Jesus was doing that shit. But my concern going forward is that we all know like what Arteta's halftime team talks are like, and like what he does in the dressing room and all of that shit. I mean, absolute madness.
Can I just make a point on that? Now, first of all, right, I wonder if you got the photographer to like speak at halftime or something. I don't know. Look, there's just something. There's one thing. It seems like he runs out of ideas. He say like, "What am I going to say this week?" Like, but towards the latest, the last 2 or 1 or something. The game where I think it was obviously the game after where the Ukraine and Russia declared war and or Russia declared war on Ukraine, should we just say, or just basically invaded it. I didn't like how he involved that in his team talk. I don't think that was correct at all. I think that he should have kept that out of it. Like 100%. That's something you shouldn't be touching, in my opinion. Like there's people dying out there, and to involve it in a football team talk is no. I'm sorry. No,
that just goes to show you, like he's more of a motivational speaker than a coach, tactician, manager.
He should be a politician.
Yeah, 100%. Because what do politicians do? They chat shit and promise the whole fucking world to you at the same time. Like it's kind of like.
Say what? Go on. Say what do you want to say? Say, what do you want to say?
Bill Kings.
Now, I was saying, I think you two guys are very critical because obviously you don't like the coach. I feel like anything he does or says is a
No, to be
negative
fair,
thing.
no, to be
Because
fair, like
I feel like
the whole
at the end
the
of the
whole
day,
look, see, to be fair, the whole like the photographer for the North London derby, I rated that, to be fair, because I've always wanted, sometimes when we get beaten by Spurs, I've always wanted the players to understand, right, from a fan's point of view, what that game means, right? So I actually did rate that, right? There are when I've watched it, there are like I've tried to keep an open mind, and there are some things that I rated, like, and I said fair play, right? The whole treatment of Saka when he came back from the Euros, right, and made him feel as welcome as possible. I really rated that as well, right? So I'm
because
not.
do you know what it is, Stephen? Yeah, I feel like listening to you two guys, I would almost assume that Arsenal lost today.
No,
Like
Look,
it's not that. No, it's not that. I'll just say,
I'm
Stephen.
saying what I'm feeling. Like obviously,
Go on.
everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I'm not here to tell anyone how to support or how to approach the club.
no,
All
of
I'm
course
saying
not.
is that listening right now to you two guys, there's no credit to the manager, there's no credit to the players. All we're focusing on Madison won the Odegaard debate. Arteta is not a tactician. Like, but we won. We scored 4 goals. At the end of the day, Madison scored, but his team didn't win.
Do you think
Football
we'll
is
beat
more
Tottenham
than
with that
who
performance?
scores the goal.
Let me ask
At
you.
the end of
Do you
the
think we'll beat
day,
Tottenham with that
to
performance?
me,
Because I don't.
wait,
Hang
wait.
on,
I
hang on,
don't.
hang on. Let's say it finish. Go on, son. Go on. Let's say it finish.
For me, at the end of the day, it's a team sport. It's not about who scores the
Mhm.
goal or who does the assist. It's about at the end of the day, who won the
Mhm.
goal, who won the game. We won the game. We scored more goals as a team. We scored more goals as a team. Who was in
Okay.
control of the game? We were in control of the game. We made 2 silly mistakes. I get it. But at the end of the day, this is the second game of the season. We have 3 players who've never played for this club before, and they're playing week in and week out. It's gonna take a bit time before everything gels. It's a big difference from last season when we lost the first 3 games. This season we won the first 2 games, and we've scored goals.
Mhm.
Everybody knows that we've struggled to score goals. And when I was telling people that when Gabriel Jesus come into Arsenal and he gets an opportunity and he's the main man, it's gonna improve our attack. Now, for me, we have to also focus on the things that were good with the game because otherwise it becomes jarring. Because at the end of the day, if we're winning and we can't enjoy it and we can't lift up the good things, then what's the point? I get it. When we lose, we
Look.
have to criticize, but when we win, we have to be able to give
Okay.
credit as
Can
well.
I? All right. All right. I hear your point. And you're right. Like we could be very critical because obviously we don't like the manager. We don't rate the manager at all. And right, that's more going to lean us towards being very critical opinion rather than being a very positive opinion. But from what we saw, and probably from how hurt we were last season, when you could probably see why we're very critical because we've seen it all before with this manager. Um, I mean, the reason I went on the first two, like the 2 goals we conceded, is because after we conceded the first goal, we could have quite easily fallen into our shell, and then a second time as well. Luckily, we managed to respond straight away, and we had enough firepower. But again, is that we is that if we don't sort out the finer details, we're not going to improve even further. And if we want to be taken seriously as a Champions League contender or a Europa League contender, then we need to sort out these details going in, going in further into the season. But of course, obviously, the first objective is just to win the game. But these mistakes seem to keep happening, despite how in control of the game we look. And that's why I'm still very I'm still always gonna call out these mistakes. But look, and then in the end, like I said at the start, I was very impressed. And like I said at the start, I said I was impressed with Xhaka. I think he played very well today. I was impressed with Jesus, right, with both his goals. I think both goals were quality. The first goal was just beautiful for me, and I like the way Martinelli and Jesus are working, and all the Brazilians in the team are working together in the team. But we just need to improve the more game management side of things if we're going to take on stronger opposition. I mean, Natstar, what do you say?
Well, I think you made a lot of great points there, Stephen. My thing is, and I want to make this very clear to all the people and yourself, Kings, is that my standards for this football club, as you know very well, Stephen, from being like on League Under and all of that, is to win the league. I'm old enough to remember Arsenal winning doubles, not just the Invincible, and the FA Cups and all of that, and getting to the Champions League final, etc. Europa League final as well, which we should have won, by the way. We should have won, but guess what? The previous manager wasn't backed. So people that want to back everything that the club does, back Arteta, you're well entitled to do that. I have no problem with people wanting to back the manager, back the players that we don't like, that we don't rate. Not a problem. Like everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I'm entitled to mine just like you're entitled to yours. And the fact of the matter is that
depends if you say it on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Arteta has spent damn near 400 million since he's been here, right? There or thereabouts, and it will probably get up to that point, close to under $500 million.
If we get television,
so all of this top four, okay, if we get top four, but here's the thing: I don't want to wait. My man was saying earlier, it takes time. It takes time. I've been waiting 18 fucking years to win a title. We're not even close. The closest we ever got was the team that we beat today. When we beat them twice that season. I remember watching.
We didn't even buy.
Yeah, Danny Welbeck with that flick header. That was meant to be the one. But
we didn't even buy a goalkeeper. We only bought a goalkeeper on a free.
Yeah.
We didn't buy anyone.
If we bought Lacazette that season, I think we would have won the league. We probably would have done enough. And it's the finer details that Arsenal always lose. I'll tell you what, we need a right back. But I don't know if Maitland-Niles is still at the club or not, or if he's left on loan or left.
He is. Well,
which is a shame because when he was right back under Unai Emery, when we won the FA Cup when Arteta first came in, when we played Man City in the semi-final, then we played Chelsea.
If you do check my if you do check my AFTV fan cam from then, I was backing Arteta then. People said I never backed Arteta. I did to a point.
Oh right, in the comments, yeah. It is what it is, but you're entitled to change your mind. That's the thing. It's okay if you don't think the manager is it anymore. Just say it. Don't just be on this bollocks like all these other, super fans or bigger accounts and all of that shit that will stick to the narrative and live and die by that. Don't live and die.
If you think this time last year, all these super fans and all these other fans were sitting there saying, we're having meltdowns on the social media saying he's got to go.
Yeah.
And now we're all singing after 2 games, Super Mick Arteta, we're on our way to a Champions League.
They just want the club hurt.
We sang that.
On Sky Sports.
We sang that with so many points. The reason probably I was so critical is because we were so many points in front, right, of everyone, and everyone was faltering around us, and we were looked to be the only consistent team last season, right, for so many games, and then we went and destroyed it by ourselves.
3 games. And then Tottenham.
3 games, and then even after that, because of everyone's in its inconsistency, we still got it back by beating Chelsea and I think beat Man United as well, right, and we got it back under control, and then we still went and squandered it, right, and yet what I experienced this week on people have had a go at me and slated me, right, and called me all sorts of names, like homophobic comments and God knows what else, because I'm Arteta out, so of course I lovely Gunner, right? Of course. But like, you're having a go at me because I'm being very critical of Rob Holding. Rob Holding threw top 4 away, right? Right? Because you call yourself a Rob Holding advocate, right? That's up to you if you want to be that. But if you're going to say, because we got Rob Holding, Ben White, Saliba and Gabriel, we've got the best defence in the league, I'm going to call your comments stupid and dumb. I'm going to call your comments stupid and dumb. It's stupid and dumb, right? And like, and people like you in our fan base can just fuck off. That's literally what I said.
But this is the problem, Stephen. This is the problem.
They're saying that I'm abusive for saying that.
No, but here's the thing, Stephen. Yeah, the biggest issue in our fan base, in our club, is the fan base. It's not the ownership. It's not the board. It's not it's not Vinay. It's not Edu. It's not Arteta. It's the fan base. Because if you look down the road, SW6 Chelsea, right, their fans will not accept even 1% of this crap. That's the difference. Our fan base are always going to be in the club shop, buying the merch, in the stadium, buying the burgers, all of that shit that is well overpriced anyway. And we're still paying the highest ticket prices.
Get it on
God
eBay,
knows what you
cheaper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
well,
it was 30 quid on eBay, and the guy's already paid for it on us.
Was that adult or kids?
It's an adult. It's an adult. No. That's an adult medium, mate.
30 quid
right?
for an adult. Damn.
Adult medium, 30 quid, right? And I'll tell you what, the guy's already paid money to the club. The guy's already paid the money to the club, so there you go. I ain't spent a penny.
Yeah. So and it's ironic that the same
if people want legitimacy, I'll find you a receipt.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like the people that will criticize you, criticize me, criticize Lee, Northside, whoever, yeah, Jez, Kenny Ken, and all of that, even Gracie, like, are the same people for the most part that want Kroenke out. But yet you're buying the merch, you're buying whatever, you're renewing your season ticket, whatever. Like, again, that's up to you. That's your choice.
What I don't get is the people that have seen us like Jez for years and years and years, or back since the 70s or 80s, have seen all the standards, and they're still backing us.
Yeah, but again, the younger fan base, for the most part, it's online, Twitter, Insta, like it's like they don't know. All they've known is Arsene Wenger, and to be honest, technically, all I've known is Arsene Wenger. But I do my homework. I do the history. I learn about my football club. These fuckers don't. That's the difference. So when you have other people that want to question me or you being critical of the club or of the team, of the manager, even when we win, how about just take a step back and think, why am I actually doing that? Because I'll tell you, I'll tell everyone, it's because I expect the very, very best. If you walk through Arsenal Football Club, none of this fourth is better than the FA Cup, like Granit Xhaka, albeit he did well today, very good goal.
No.
Position. Cool.
No, fuck off. They're not being... No way.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
That would be funny.
Yeah. I mean, Man United, that's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because Man United...
I'll tell you the problem. So, go on, Sait. Go on. So
I'm just gonna say a few things, because obviously some people in the chat seem to lack a bit of brain cells in their head. Firstly, I don't care about Arteta. I have no emotional attachment to the manager. If it was up to me, he would not be managing Arsenal Football Club right now. If it was up to me, but at the end of the day, I'm not the owner. I cannot sack the manager. I have no power. That's not up to me. But I'm always someone who, when we lose or we draw a game, I criticize the club, I criticize the players, and I will criticize the manager.
You have, mate.
And
I saw you after this.
When the manager make decisions that are shocking, I call him out, because it's not good enough. But I'm also someone who, I truly believe, that you set the standard from the top. So Chelsea's fans has not always been demanding. They became demanding because Roman Abramovich came into the club and all he wanted was winning with no excuses. And it didn't matter if you were a club legend or if you won before. If you start losing, if you go one season and you don't win, you're out. And he doesn't care what the fans said. The Chelsea fans were mad when he sacked Frank Lampard. But at the end of the day, the short-term pain, and then there was long-term gain. If you look at Man City was a small club. The reason why they're a big club now is the standard that the owner set. If KFC were ruthless, Arsene Wenger would have been sacked long time ago. Pep Guardiola would have been the manager because he wanted to manage Arsenal when he was at Bayern Munich. Yes, the fans have their part. I think I would say like 30% is the fans, 60% is the ownership, and 10% is the board.
I've said to you,
at the end of the day, when you own the club the 100% and you have the power to sack and hire whoever you want, it's your responsibility because you now own the club. It's under your ownership.
I've said to you many times, right? I've always been like wanting, I've been holding the owners to account, right, and doing my part as a fan.
You know what it is?
I've done what I should be doing as a fan, which is asking the owners to demand more, to raise your standard. Because if the owners raise their standard, right, and demand more, raise the standard for what the standard should be of the club, right, we won't be in this situation. Everyone will be happy, right, and we'll be actually competing for the title. But because the only reason I haven't got fans is because the fans don't demand, right, what the standard of the club, and don't demand from the owners what the standard of the club should be. That's the reason that's why I always be critical of fans.
And I agree. Listen, at the end of the day, as I said, I don't just blame the owners and I just don't blame the fans. I think the fans have their part, the owners has their part. But if the owner came out 5 years ago, I'll give every manager 2 years. Within 2 years, if you don't win the league, I don't care, you're getting sacked. Then everyone's getting behind that. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But anyway, we are where we are now, The manager's been backed. They've had patience with him. They've given him money. They've given him authorization to pick the players he wants and get rid of the players he doesn't want. And they have both came out, both Arteta and Edu have said that this season, just top 4 isn't good enough. Now let's see what's going to happen.
Let me just think. Sorry, let me just say that. Say I hate. Sorry, games this year. I hear your opinion, but right. Sait's got like his opinion as well. So just give him respect for his opinion as well. Please. We all got opinions here, and obviously we all want what's best for the club. So let's not try and have a falling out about it. All right, cool. But yeah, look, we've debated on it many times, both privately on live, mate. Right, and like,
and you know, Games FC, go fuck yourself, man. Honestly,
hey,
you got something to say to me,
there's no need.
Say to my face. Don't hide behind the keyboard. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Come and say it to my face, and then we'll see how much.
Come on, guys. Let's not have falling out, man.
No. I'm tired of Arsenal fans thinking they can attack people through the keyboard. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm not a keyboard gangster. If you got something to say to me personally, come and say it to me. Back up your words, and then we'll see if you're a man.
Right, can we just we've won a game, right? We've won 4-2, right? We've won 4-2. Let's just calm down, all right, please. Right, let's just calm down.
I haven't abused anyone, Static. You can have your opinion, I don't care. You can have his opinion, I don't give a fuck. But if you have something to tell me, tell it to my face.
Right, that's it. Let's move on, right? Tell you what, let's go to the play ratings, right? Let's just everyone calm down, please. Let's just do the play ratings. I don't want to falling out on here, please. I really don't.
The day you call me waste man in my face, that day you will see.
Right.
I dare you to. I don't even mind. Tell me where you are, and I'll come, and then we'll see.
Right, let's just leave it. Let's not stop threatening anyone. Please. Right, here we go. This will be fun. And I forgot the manager, of course.
We could do the manager, no problem. As long as it's 1 to 10. So you've done that very well, I must say.
Yeah, I'll edit that. I'll edit that another time.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, let's start with Ramsdale then. Ramsdale, what are we saying, guys?
I give him it's a tough one, you know. He did all right. He wasn't that bad, but he wasn't that good either. Because you know the penalty, it could have gone the other way easily. I didn't think it was a penalty, but it was minimal contact, but you know, and like the first goal, I know it was more on Saliba, but again, like, and then the second one, he couldn't really do much with it.
Saliba, can I just say about that goal? I felt a little bit sorry for him on that one. There's not much else he could have done, really.
Yeah, because I knew what he was trying to do. That's why I'm not that critical, because, like I said earlier,
he can easily.
If he makes a mistake in a game like that, then I'd rather that than in a bigger game, and he'll learn from it. He's young. He'll learn from it. He wanted to head it to the left of the goal, but he put it in the bottom left corner instead.
By all means, Nanstar, you could put Rob Holding in there if you want to.
No chance, mate. No chance. That ain't happening. That ain't fucking happening. No fucking chance. Like £10 million, that he's valued because we gave him a new contract to protect his value. Like
£10 million,
regardless. The guy's not good enough. However way you want to say it, he ain't good enough. But apparently we've got amazing squad depth. We still need, in my mind, at the very least 2 signings. But yeah, back to Ramsdale. Because he did concede 2. There's a few. He did make a nice pass. He did make that nice pass to Gabriel Jesus. His distribution was very good. So more for that than the goalkeeping. He made the odd few good saves. I'll give him a 6 because he wasn't. He wasn't bad, but he weren't great either. You know, because I don't sugarcoat.
Say what you say, man.
Nah, as I said before, I haven't watched the game, obviously, so I can't rate any player. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
I'll go say 6. I'll go next on that one. Let's go with let's big up Luke. I hope you're well. Let's go with who was saying now? Oh, let me think.
Do you want to go right back?
Yeah, Ben White. That's why I forgot him.
Yeah. Again, I think my issue with Ben White, whether he's playing centre back or right back in this case, like, just to be clear, I do not rate the guy at all. Definitely not worth 50 million. Today, again, he wasn't too bad, but if you're playing right back, and we bought him to be good on the ball
against Crystal Palace, because I felt he was okay. He was a bit susceptible by Zaha at times.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone, there was some people like Robbie was saying like he had a great fucking performance. The fuck are you smoking? Like that's ridiculous. If anything, he played better when he was on a yellow card. Funny that. Why don't you play like that when you're not on a yellow card? When you can take more chances. That's what I don't understand. I
do rate what he said when they've introduced him on his documentary. He said about the kids outside. So yeah, 50 million, you're shit.
Hey, the kids ain't wrong.
Those kids are quality. I want to find those kids and sign their all sorts of stuff.
100%. I mean, if you're getting butthurt by kids' opinions, I mean, you're in the wrong profession, mate. And the fact that his whole family hates football, which equals he hates football. He's another Benoit Asuakoto, William Gallas, Hector Bellerin, and there are plenty of other players that don't like football, hate football, whatever, but just play it because they think they're good at it. No, mate. Connections or some other kind of fucking shit. And because it pays exceptionally well. That's why you're in it. Not because you love the game, not because you care for the game like Tierney. For me personally...
Well, he made that clear when he said about Patrick Vieira, didn't he?
Oh, I know. Patrick Vieira, like, aired him. I have massive respect for Patrick Vieira anyway, but when he aired Ben Sheit, I was just like, you are the biggest G. Biggest G. And that was last season as well. So, yeah. But I think, for me, personally, I give him a 5. Not enough for the okay rating for me. I think he was like bang average, defensively and offensively. I was more disappointed that he wasn't, because he doesn't overlap. You would think being good on the ball and wanting to glide through and all of that, that he would at least help Saka defensively. Oh, Jesus. Is Cristiano Ronaldo playing? That's
mate,
the
can I make?
Or if he's coming
please
on the
way. Can I just make a point? I just need to check something. I just need to make sure my my dear friend Talk is not doing the Man United Agendas watch along. Alright. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, there you go. Is he doing it? Oh my god, he is. Oh my god, that is going to be so one depressing season next season. This season.
I mean, we were bad against Brentford last season. That was the first game of the season. I mean, whether it's at Brentford or not, I mean, that is poor.
It is at Brentford. It's 3-0 at Brentford.
Oh, that's poor. That's poor. And that's how Ben White became Ben Sheit against Brentford. But then Man United have Harry Maguire, who's even worse. Not that much worse, but he is worse.
Yeah,
you know,
mate. So there you go. I agree. Ben White did good for 5. Saliba. I'm gonna do Saliba. For me, mate, I love the guy, but I'm gonna have to give him a 4 for that one. There's not much he could have done, but like I don't know what he's trying to do, but unfortunately, it's a 4 for me. Like on that one, would you agree on that?
I would say a 5, but you can put 4 if you want, because by that mistake, I think he did all right. Because you could tell that he was kind of a little bit shook by that. But
I've got to tune into that. I've got to do a watch along for that game. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be something.
I'm going to just sit there laughing my tits off all the game.
Man City, Man United before.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go because my battery is dying. But just quickly on Saliba, I was just listening to the game and through the radio, and I heard that after he conceded that goal, he put in some good tackles and was trying to not be so stressed about the situation. Do you guys agree? Because obviously I didn't watch him.
Yeah, I think he was more very disciplined in that opinion. Yeah,
that's why I gave him a 5. Because after that, I think he managed it well, but I wouldn't say he had a great performance compared to last week against Palace, when he was man of the match for sure.
Yeah, exactly what he said. But yeah, so Sait, I'll give you a call at some point after this. Yeah, Sait.
Maybe his battery died. I don't know.
I think his battery's died.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, he's died. Okay. All right, let's go. In that case, then. Right, let's go to. Who else is there?
Gabriel.
Gabriel
Gabriel
Magalhaes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, if I've said that wrong, then Marley's gonna shoot me.
I probably butchered it as well. So Northside will, if he watches this.
Sorry, no side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 6.
Yeah, I agree with that. He was better than Saliba today because last week he was poor.
Oh no, mate.
Very
Actually,
shaky.
to be fair, 5 because that second goal he should have done better.
Oh yeah. That's
No.
Eric Ten Hag may not even last the full season at this rate.
Fucking hell! They're imploding.
Stephen,
Look,
can I
I
ask
said
you
this.
this?
Look, I've said
Go
this.
on, go on.
I said this last season when they were bringing it Ten Hag in, and I said this to Talk. I said this to Man United. I said this to any Man United fan I came across. You could buy anyone. You could buy anyone with Eric Ten Hag, right? In the end, it will fail. Do you know why? Because your owners and your board structure is shit, right? It
Oh
is
my
not
life.
the way the board's running the joint, the way it's all structured, the way you're doing your deals. It's not going to work. The rebuild, it will not work. Eric Ten Hag, in the end, will either leave, right, or f off, or get sacked
Chris Shaw
because
started.
he will not have he will not have his reputation destroyed by Man United. He will not. He will happily walk away. He said, "I can get a job somewhere else."
Yeah. Man United are finished, bro. I'm not going to lie. At this moment in
They're
time,
dead.
here's the thing, yeah, with Man United that I wanted to say earlier, right?
Yeah.
Man United were mocking Arsenal, rightfully so in some cases, like for years of like mediocrity. Man United have had their time of mediocrity with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which is what's going to happen with Arteta, that we both know what we've been saying to Sait and others that, you know, are more, I'm not going to say balanced, but are more like, you know, happy with the situation, more willing to wait and be patient, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, Nats, I got this. Talk. I love you, bro. But you're fucking shit. 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 Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry, Mum. Like you could shoot me later.
No, don't worry. I don't take that personally. At least you didn't kick me off the whole stream yard. Then that would have been something else. No, I'm just kidding, bro. But either way, but the thing is with Ten Hag, yeah, I thought he was just going to play the useless dossers, as Tyson Fury would say, for the game against Brighton to see how they were. It looks like he's pretty much played the same team. And if you do the same shit and expect different results, what is that called, people? Insanity. That is exactly what's happening at Man United, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse because we've been dealing with this shit for years. Now Man United are really starting to feel and realise what we've been going through for the longest under Wenger, under Arteta now, even though it doesn't look too bad at the moment. But again, I already know what's coming with Emery when he wasn't backed. So, yeah, now they're bringing out the Glazer banners because I've got the game on in the background, but you know I'm not going to show it because of copyright reasons, all that. But yeah, it's not looking good, man. 4-0 in the first. Were we 1-0 down against Brighton last season, first game of the season?
Yeah.
1-0 down before half time.
They've doubled ours in 40 minutes.
More than that. We were only 1-0 down, and yeah, we were poor. And then the second goal, it was like Ben Shaw.
They've doubled our 4-time scoreline in 40 minutes. I mean, fuck me.
Yeah. Luke Shaw is finished. Harry Maguire is like he is.
Does that mean Eric Ten Hag is still available? Oh no! Do you know what's going to happen here?
Go on.
I bet you the next thing is like that all the Arsenal fans will tweet out this like Eric Ten Hag is not as good as Arteta.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know it's coming.
No. Yeah, people.
Look, let's just not think about that. Let's move on. Let's just let them implode.
Yeah.
Zinchenko. Oh, this guy impresses me every time. I love it. I love this guy.
He's good. He's a good player. He is a good player.
It's why because he's got that winning mentality as well. It's like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him 7.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did well. The only critique, because I am uber critical even when we win, is things pulled me up on earlier, and that's fine. But again, I've got high standards, as you know. I noticed, and we'll get on to the other players as well, like the other left-footed players, that you need to use your other foot more if you're not going to release the ball sooner forward. Do you know what I mean? Like too many times it was sideways, it was backwards, because we were kind of dithering on the ball a bit too much. We don't move it quick enough often. And the other guy that was on earlier, like Kings, like I definitely wanted to ask him this other question as well. Like, can you answer me, like, and even as well as you, Stephen, like, what is Arteta's style of play? Is it press for 20 minutes and then sit back and do a bit of freestyle football when we have the ball?
I think it's like that, but then after we score, it's more like It's more like after we get like 2 goals up, it just like calm down and try and he thinks you can just manage the game like Man City can, but we ain't got the play. What I love one time is him actually just go and destroy a team. And I'm not talking about Norwich or Leeds like last season or at the bottom of the fucking league. I'm talking about like after we went 2-0 up against Leicester there, we could have quite easily taken the game on the scruff of the neck and destroyed them.
Jesus should have got a hat trick. Could have got 4 or 5 today. To be honest, he was that good. But
that's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see us actually take like a decent team and destroy them. Like Brentford are doing to Man United right now. Well,
100%. If we beat Brentford 4-0, maybe not in the first half, because with all due respect, they are a lot better than that, and they
a lot better than Man United.
Yeah. And to be honest, they came back from 2-0 down against Leicester, so I would say they're better than Leicester at the moment. Let's be real. You've got a striker there that don't really want to be there. I'd take him over. I'd take him over Nketiah any day. Like if we were going to have a backup striker to wear the number 14, the iconic, legendary number 14 shirt that we have, I'd give it to Ivan Toney. Yeah, I'll give it to him all day, every day, even if he's playing back up to Jesus. Why not?
I mean, I was always like, the thing for me, it was like it's his first full season in the Premier League. That's why I was always dubious about it. So, but look, let's crack on with these wins so we can get these out of the way, and then we can laugh at Man United a bit more. Granit Xhaka, I'm gonna give him an 8 for me.
I would say 7 because he scored the goal. He did well, but again, at times.
The reason I say an 8 is because he stood out as the number 1 player for me.
Which is fair. No, I don't have an issue with you giving him an 8. I think he was good. I just, for me, but you can put him as 8 if you want, no problem. I mean, this is your show and that. I just think personally for me, even though he scored, I just think his all-round game, yes, he had that chance where he headed it from was it Erdegaard put that ball in, or Saka, either way, came off the post a bit. So he's been given more license. But the problem I have is Xhaka don't have the mobility. For some reason, he seems a little bit quicker. I don't know why. Maybe he's lost a bit of weight, whatever the case may be. Maybe he's getting a pay rise. That's why he's probably legging it a lot more often around the pitch and all of that. But either way, like he did well. But when we don't have the ball and he's bombing forward because he has the license, he can't get back quick enough still. Even if he's got quicker, let's just say for argument's sake. So he did well.
We need Tielemans.
Yeah, if you put Tielemans next to Thomas Partey, even if you put Ndidi, because if we were doing like Leicester players as well, for me, Ndidi was like their best player. If it wasn't for him, Jesus would have got a hat trick. Let's be real, I've always rated Ndidi. Like he is, even though Partey's playing that defensive role, I don't see Thomas Partey, and I've had this discussion with Ozzy Gooner in it about he thinks that Partey's more of a defensive player, and I'm like, he's playing the defensive role, but I don't think he's a defensive player. He's a box to box. Even at Atletico, he was that player.
Yeah. Partey.
Oh.
7 for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, he did well. He was the only one that was always trying to play it forward. And
that's why I would have Xhaka as an 8, because obviously he was just that little bit better for me.
No, that's fair enough. And he got his goal as well, so the goal kind of does push it up for some people. For me, I look at the whole picture. It's not just goals, even if you're forward. But
especially especially in the position he's in. Saka.
Are we going right wing? Okay. For me, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, it was a bit quiet.
Yeah, especially in the second half, he was really quiet. I don't know what Arteta's, exact words every single team talk at half time. We have a rough idea or a little idea, but whatever he's doing in them team talks is no good. And especially when, and like you said earlier, I will give Arteta credit for backing Saka and putting an arm around him. But my criticism of Arteta is, why doesn't he do that with like a Pepe, with bigger, more established players, older players, more experienced players, rather than just the young players? Because it's obvious the young players need it at some point.
That's the one thing I haven't seen from that series. Like, what's he doing about Pepe? It's like he hasn't included him at all season. I was expecting something in there. It was like, what's going on with him?
Yeah. If
you Russell said the one thing I didn't like is the fact that they were giving this like they were following like Granit Xhaka during I think it was episode 5, but at the same time they were fobbing off a guy who had scored 92 league goals and basically won Arteta's only trophy, right?
Yeah.
And done more for this club than Xhaka's done, and he'd been there a 1 year longer. Than him. And the thing is that with Aubameyang, what I would have done as a manager, I would have gone, right, okay, you've done this again, right? What's going on? What's wrong, right? And I would have had him as a man-to-man meeting, right? And said, what is there something that we can sort out, right, to improve how you feel at this club, right? Or is it got to a point that you don't want to be here anymore? And if not, I will still include you in the team, but we'll try and find you a new club. I want to just exiled him out and just made him train on his own and make him feel like he's exiled. I would have said, look, you can still be involved in the team, but we're going to move you on, right? But to make him singling him out like that, I just didn't think that was very nice.
Yeah.
For me.
I'll just say this very quickly, to add to that, there's a lot more with that situation that they're not going to show in the documentary. And even Arteta alluded to that himself. I've got a whole dossier of misdemeanors that Oba has done. I was like, well, tell us then.
And then we'll be back. If he told us he'd done this, and this, I'd be like, fine, he's a problem player, right? We should get rid of him.
I just don't believe it.
After his second disciplinary, I was like, okay, right, you've decided to do this with Aubameyang and let him go. If he's done this twice, then fine, I support you on that, right? But if you're gonna say you've got a whole dossier about this, and this, right, and you're not gonna show it and not tell us, it makes me think, what's going on? Why are you not showing? So part of me think that's just. Part of me doesn't feel that's true.
Yeah, PR. The whole thing is an Arteta loving. The whole documentary is about Arteta and Xhaka sympathising for him, blah, 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 blah. Aubameyang being the scapegoat.
I don't believe that completely, because otherwise they could have just quite easily dressed up the first 3 defeats. I did like the fact they try and made that look very clear about the situation at the club at that point. But then you could have quite easily made it look that bad so it can look like where we had come from, as an example, for example. But I did like the fact they didn't really sort of cut anything out of that one, because they could have quite easily dressed that up. I don't know how, but they could have quite easily done, knowing them. But anyway, let's get this finished. Drifter guard.
Drifter guard, sideways and backwards
Well,
guard.
he's always drifting. He's not. Look, where is he? Like our captain. If we made him captain, I'm like that. Where are you? Where are you? Right.
Why is he even our captain? That is my biggest. The only reason why. But here's the thing: the only reason why he's captain is because I think it was Xhaka. No, it wasn't Xhaka. It was Saka. Saka was asked the question by one of the Sky Sports guys or whatever, who's the biggest teacher's pet, and Saka said Odegaard. So then when he gets the captain armband, I was like, that's probably the only reason, because he sucks up to Arteta and all of that shit. So I'm just like, well, because he's not vocal unless he's getting fouled and all that shit, which any player can fucking do anyway. You know, you don't have to be the.
You could have quite easily made Lacazette. No, Lacazette's gone. Sorry,
I would have given it to Tierney, like, even though he's just come back from an injury, like
Partey could have given
Partey,
it
even yeah. You know, could have given it to
Partey definitely, because Tierney's made of glass. Right.
At the moment, it seems that way, but at the same time, we've had a history of captains not playing. You know, Mertesacker was injured for the whole season, captain, and then came back three with
he came back
the
for
fan
one game.
favourite Rob Holding and Callum Chambers at the time. Stellar performance, although to be fair, Mertesacker did play brilliantly against Chelsea that day when we won the FA Cup. Wenger's last trophy, very last trophy. But yeah, I think with like Odegaard, he is just a poor man's Mesut Ozil, and too many of our fans are obsessed with number 10.
I'm putting him as a free, mate.
Oh, I agree.
And he's lucky he's getting that.
Very cool, but yeah,
because I saw him once. The reason I'm giving him free is because I put him because A, we won, B, like I saw him on the pitch once, so I knew he was playing.
Invisible. And here's the thing: at least Mesut Ozil turned up at home for the most part, even in the big games. At least Ozil would turn up at home. Odegaard, home or away, rain or shine, it don't fucking matter. He don't turn up. He doesn't turn up. So how can you have a captain that doesn't turn up? Because when we play better teams,
on Twitter though, mate, you'll get slaughtered.
Oh, I'm not even on Twitter, not anymore. Like I sack that shit. I call it Twitter because it's full of twats. Like a lot.
Hey, I'll find that out this week. Trust me.
Yeah. A lot of these twats, you know, they'll say to you, "Oh, your ball knowledge is in the gutter." Really?
No,
the same guy that has lauded Mesut Ozil off for years.
They'll also say like, oh yeah, he puts for one thing, he's every word starts with a capital. That's why he's so fucking special. He said, yeah, but at least I know what fucking standards are at this club.
At least you have standards. At least you're not just gonna accept any old shit, which is what most of the fan base do, which is accepted and backed by the super fans, the super accounts, the ones that are on Sky Sports.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the enkelopathy is something. I would say also enkelopathy is probably something you don't even know about, mate. You probably never heard the fucking word. But I tell you what, I'd be fully enkelopathic, which means I couldn't think straight, and I still fucking would know what the standards of this club are compared to you, and have better ball knowledge.
I probably know more about the football club than probably the whole of the Arsenal Twitter, you know, mob, so to speak, because these guys only care about the here and now. They only know about the here and now, if that, and they want to. If you don't agree with me or Stephen genuinely, and you think we're being a bit, you know, too like negative or whatever, even when we won, that's fair enough. But then to take it personal, like, you know, other comments, you know, in here or, you know, on Twitter, Insta, any other socials. I mean, like, you know, just relax a bit. Like, you know, I don't take things like too personal, like as I used to anymore. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if I can say firmly and honestly right off the bat that I never wanted Arteta, I never wanted Odegaard on a permanent. He did okay on loan. He did okay. He wasn't fantastic. He wasn't amazing. He did okay. Xhaka, I gave him 2 seasons. I gave him 1.5 technically, and then I was like, nah, he needs to go. So no one can say to me personally or in the comments, with all due respect, that I don't give players a chance. You could say the manager, but in this particular case, he's an absolute novice, never managed a football club in his life. I don't care if he was the number 2. And when he was put in the hot seat, when he was at Man City, he lost to Leon. Yeah, he lost to Leon. At any other top football club or any other football club period, which number 2 is better, more qualified than their number 1? Because I'd take AirPod Albert in a minute at the moment until we can get a certified better manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because AirPod Albert nearly got us a victory against City. Arteta's not even got close. Let's be real. Let's be honest. And the fact that I never wanted him, even when he was first.
Maybe it's because they don't have an anthem they can play during training.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw that, when I even heard, Arteta doing that, "You'll never walk alone," blah blah blah. Like,
no, the first thing I said was like, they don't play it during the game. Like, they don't play it during the game. Like, look, the lovely comment, innit? If you can't see what it's doing, F off down the lane. Why don't you fuck off down the lane? Because your standard's in the gutter.
Yeah, go off to Burnley.
Right, your standards in the gutter, mate. Right?
Oh, go to Man United. Go to Man United.
Yeah, go to Man United. They're doing fucking brilliant, mate. Hey, you said last night he's taking us to the promised land. Didn't you say that last season? Well, are we in the promised land of the Champions League? Oh wait, what happened? Oh shit.
Let me give you a stat.
What happened? Hang on. What happened? What happened last season, mate? We were getting Champions League, weren't we? According to you. We were getting Champions League, weren't we? What was happening, man? What's happening? Like, where are we? We're in Europa League, aren't we? What happened? What happened, mate? I missed it. Tell me. What's your excuse? I know what your excuse is. Arteta's shit.
Can I just say, Stephen, like, I just want to bring up this stat for all the statisticians that believe that stats is everything, sports science is everything, which is not, by the way. Eye test comes first, and then the stats back up the eye test. That's how football for the longest has always been. So since Granit Xhaka has been at this football club, we have not qualified for Champions League football. Since Granit Xhaka has been at this football club, 6 fucking seasons into his 7th.
Also, we had a better season before. I said this so many times. We had 3 extra wins than the season before. We had the same amount of defeats. We conceded more goals, right? So you explain somewhere along the line where we had a better season, mate. Because apart from Man United fucking up, apart from Leicester fucking up and West Ham, take those 3 teams fucking up because West Ham in Europe, Man United is shit. Leicester has had a poor season, right? And had so many injuries, right? If Leicester didn't have so many injuries, they'd had a better season. So, and that means they'd have been above us, right? So, those 3 teams, you take those 3 teams that are performing poorly, right? You take that away from what they did the last season. Where do we finish? Oh yeah, 5th, not 8th, right? And in the end, right, even if you still think we had a better season before, we still finished fucking 5th. You said we're getting Champions League. Champions League top 4. You said that. Even I fucking said it. I felt that fucking confident, right, that he still couldn't fuck it up because we were so many points away. Like, so many points in front. And so the most consistent out of all the teams, right? And yet, who did he fuck it up to? Who did he fuck it up to? Right? Danny, give me the answer. Because you fucking support him. Who did he fuck it up to? Right? Who did Rob Holding get sent off for getting gifted to? Right? Rolled out the red fucking carpet, banged on the fucking trumpets and played the drums as they walked through, right? The door. Oh yeah. Fucking Spurs. He Spursed it up against Spurs. He bottled it against the professional bottlers Spurs. He did the opposite of what's supposed to happen. Arsenal was supposed to get top 4 over Spurs because Spurs bottle it up every fucking season, right? But no, Arteta decided to do it. Let's do it the other way around because I'm so shit, right? But what's your excuse, right? The ball wasn't round enough. The pitch wasn't green enough. We weren't singing loud enough, right? The fans weren't close enough to the stadium, right? The fans weren't close enough to the fucking pitch, right? He didn't get enough team talks. He didn't use the photographer to fucking do team talks enough, right? He didn't get his points across very well. He didn't use fucking you never walk alone in the training sessions enough. I don't know, right? It's a new season, yeah. And I'll tell you what, we ain't getting top 4. We ain't getting top 4. I'm stuck in the past. Why is that, mate? Why is that? Let me think. Because we have standards. We had standards. Right? Right? You've probably been wanking off of that fucking series. Right? Listen to Henri. What he said. Right? What he said. Right? About how you live, breathe, eat, right? Work, train, play, right? The reason he said it's Saka and Smith Rowe is because that is Arsenal Football Club, right? The standards, right? The standards that he played, right? But, yeah, you decide to stick and back Ben White and Rob Holding. Right? Players like that, right? Eddie Nketiah with number 14. He wouldn't do fuck all with that shirt. He didn't know what to do with himself. Right? Fucking hell. He held this club to ransom to get something that he wanted. Right? And he probably thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. Fuck me. Honestly, these are the Muppets we got to put up with.
Yeah, don't worry about them.
You wanna believe Arteta's gonna take us to the promised land? Good. I'm telling you he's not. Because as usual, you've decided to go, oh, it's alright, we got a W. Look at us, we're alright. Right? Don't forget we conceded 2 goals and nearly lost the fucking game. Pep Guardiola said, what the fuck was that about? He would have immediately been on them and said, why'd you concede 2 goals? That's why Man City are champions. That's why Liverpool have been champions. Because they look at the finer details. Right? They don't accept anything less. Right? But there you go. But what do we know? Of course not. It's not like I watched Arsenal back when we won a title. I'd love to see if I bet he hasn't seen Arsenal win a title. I bet you. And if he has, then that's even more embarrassing.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
If you've seen Arsenal win trophy, if you've seen Arsenal in the past win trophies at Highbury, and you support this, that's even more embarrassing because you knew.
That means you're brainwashed. As the legendary Claude said, Wengerites at the time, all them years ago on TalkSport, brainwashed on national radio. He said it.
Top 4 is a trophy.
Yeah. Granit Xhaka said it, and where did he get that from? Big Daddy Wenger.
And even then,
all these regrets now. You having all these regrets now? Yeah.
I'm asking Arteta to get top 4, right? I'm asking Arteta to get top 4. I'm not even asking him to win the fucking league, which is what I want. I want to win the fucking league.
Well, I have, because he's meant to be the greatest manager, young manager in world football.
Well, but Natstar, here's the thing. If he gets Champions League, he'll sit there and think that we've won the fucking thing, right? I'll be like, yeah, fine. Go win me the league now. Go win me the league. I won't be sitting there saying, no, don't think you're out of the woods yet. Don't think your job's safe, right? I still think you ain't good enough. Go and win me the league, right? Until you win the league, then you'll say I'm good. Until you at least compete for the league. If you actually get us in a proper title race that takes us all the way to about April, May, right? And then we lose it or win it then, right? Then I'll say, yeah, okay, your job's safe. You proved us wrong.
I think the only way, to be honest, like this season anyway, that his job is genuinely safe, in my eyes, in my mind, is if he wins the Europa League. And after looking at Man United today, who are actually in the Europa League, who I would have thought they would be one of the favourites, who knows, they might do well. Their B team might actually do well for a bit, but then they bring on their A team and, suddenly miraculously pull out a great fucking performance. But
that's not. I'm telling you what's going to happen now. We've got 32 players on the books, but he won't use all those 32 players. He won't play Terrell or Pepe or anything like that because
he doesn't even use the full 5 subs.
No, because he's so stubborn. He's so stubborn in his ways, right? He's so stubborn about what players he's going to play against. He'll happily play every team every single week with the same squad, right? The same 11 or the same team that he was using last season with the couple of extras he signed, right? Until the point we cannot be able to be fit enough to do Europa League, Europa League. And then after the World Cup, then either just before the World Cup or just before the Europa League games are over, right? And then after the World Cup, all those players that have been playing week in, every single week, three games a week, will be fucking knackered, right? And then all of a sudden, we'll do exactly what we did, which was the last time that happened, which is we all fell apart because he kept playing the same team every single time. Right, and we end up falling down the order. Exactly. So good that we're starting off by winning games now because it's going to fall apart.
Yeah, right? It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Ticking time bomb. So the more players we can get, because the squad is either overloaded, but he just won't use it, and even if it is overloaded, right, he won't use it all anyway.
Naive, arrogant, narcissistic.
So, anyway, Martinelli.
I'll go by him. He scored, but he played very, very well. I would say an 8, to be honest. I don't think there was much that he was one of our better players, to be honest. So for me, if you give Xhaka an 8 and I gave him a 7 because he actually not only scored, but he did well, but he wasn't, in my eyes, that great or that good, but he was still good. I'm definitely giving Martinelli an 8. I wouldn't say quite the 9, but, he scored, nice bits of play, bit of flair here and there, nice deliveries that he put into the box and that. And then he got rewarded. He deserved his goal today, 100%. More than it is what it is.
Yep. Big up, Chris. I hope you're doing well, mate. Unlucky with the result. You could have easily got back in the game, but
100%.
With our lack of game management, but that's the complaint I have about Arteta today. It's just that his lack of game management, conceding 2 goals. He'll probably say that everything went to plan or everything was perfect, and only Ramsdale will be upset by that. But look, like we need to cut that out of our game if we're going to be going on to bigger tests or playing bigger opposition. Like, because if we're playing top of position for the top 4, we need to cut that out of our game. So good win, but we need to stop. We need to stop making silly errors. So right. Jesus. Oh, I think it was impressive today.
Yeah.
I'll 8 or 9.
Oh, he's definitely more than an 8 in my mind. I would say 9. Yeah, I think if he would have got the hat trick,
it'd be 10.
He was great today. He was solid because he played very like I mentioned earlier. He played very well against Palace, but he didn't score, and that can happen as a striker, as a forward, like even as a false nine. In this day and age of modern football, but I just think if he'd have got the hat trick, would have probably just put him over that next step of like man of the match performance. But he was definitely our best player today. So an absolute certified solid 9 out of 10 for me. Yeah, he the pressing. He showed some skills again, like he did against Palace, especially in the first 20 minutes. And later on in the game as well. He was always a threat. The way that he spun Johnny Evans after Ramsdale putting that brilliant ball, which is probably the main reason why I gave him a 6 and not a 5. And if it wasn't for Ndidi, it just shows he's still class. Even still playing at Leicester, he's still class. Yeah. And I tell you what, Man United were linked with him at one point. You think they're not regretting putting in an offer for him?
Yeah, they should have done. Mate, I don't know what Man United to do.
Well, I'm glad he's not at Man United, but he would make them better. He's exactly what they need right now because McFred ain't cooking. McFred,
I don't know what they
not
need.
Edible. Not even McDonald's would sell that shit. McFred is toast. It's burnt.
Mate, McFred was like McFlurry. McFlurry in this heat. It was melted.
It's like Big Mac when it goes all soggy. Have you ever had a Big Mac?
No. Fuck.
And then CR37 is. I've got the game on my TV just off to the side.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, CR37.
I just looked at the predictor.
Here's the thing. He starts the game, and they were falling.
He started the game.
He started the game. Yeah, he didn't even come off the bench like last week. He's making them worse. And people put this guy above Messi. I know Messi got battered by Bayern Munich, but it's Bayern Munich. When was the last time Leo Messi got battered by an average team? With all due respect, in La Liga, even in the French league.
We got 3 substitutes to do. Kieran Tierney, I would have said a 6. Just saw the game out really.
In my eyes, it's kind of hard to rate players that come on.
I would have just said standard 5.
But again, it's like what they do in the game, like with the time that they've got in it. And he did well.
Nketiah, I'd say 5. He didn't do anything.
I'll give him a 4, to be honest, because he should have done more. I know he came on late, but with the chances that he had, and trying to link up play and all of that, I thought he would have done a little bit more. So for me, 4, but no more than 5.
Tomiyasu did well. I know he got booked, but it was sort of a necessary tackle, to be fair.
I'll give him a 5 tackle. At least.
That was a clever challenge.
He got the most minutes, didn't he? Because he came on for Ben White. Yeah. So I'll give him a 5.
Smith Rowe.
5. Yeah, I'll give him a 5 because he did all right, but he didn't really do a huge amount. But he didn't do much wrong either. Do you know what I'm saying?
What you would have said for the manager if I had that in there?
I'd say a 6, only because we won the game. But I'm not going to give him a bang average because 5, because we did. There were parts of that game where we did well. I mean, our first team is good. Don't get me wrong. Apart from the usual suspects that I would bench and all of that, we've got a good first team. But again,
our first team and our bench is good. It's just what's afterwards.
Well, I would say, there's a few players like Pepe, Tierney in this case, Smith Rowe.
I mean, look,
yeah, absolutely.
This is after our 3 subs.
The rest are just nah.
The rest that we got is so we take Turner, Elneny, Lokonga, and Pepe and Holding out of it. So we take Holding, Pepe, Turner, Lokonga, Yeah, Holding I've done.
El Neno.
Saka. Saka would have been.
Oh yeah.
6.
I wouldn't give him a 6. I'd give him a 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he was quite 4, but he wasn't. Again, he wasn't good. So and definitely not that great. But he wasn't that bad. He was disappointing. But again,
Right, I'm taking Marquinhos out of it because he's only a youngster. Put El Neni was on the bench to take him out of it. Right, so what we got left is
Cedric
these
was
two
on the bench as
goalkeepers.
well.
Oh, Cedric was on the bench as well. There you go. Yeah. So Vieira, Fabio Vieira, sorry.
Yeah.
Runnison, Nelson, Maitland-Niles.
Trusty the process.
Trusty the process, and another Hein, another backup goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Fucking hell! Look at that.
I mean, Vieira, Fabio Vieira. We'll just see what happens, innit? I mean, we did another fucking more expensive version of Kim Kallstrom. Remember when Wenger signed him with a broken back?
Oh, don't. Yeah, I remember that.
I'll never forget.
I was there. My mate's a Norwich fan. He was taking the piss out of me all that, because of that. He was taking the piss out of us.
Yeah,
that's
what supporting Arsenal does to you these days, man. Arteta never ceases to baffle me. Never ceases. You know,
never ceases. But there you go. So man of the match for us would have been Gabriel Jesus. Anyway, yep. We're gonna leave it there. Make sure, Natstar, where can they find you, man?
I have an Instagram. That's the official. So my name there, but with the official. That's my Instagram. Which Natster's the same as like YouTube, but I do more like music and all of that. I'll probably start making videos at some point, but I still need to think like where I'm going to start. You know what I'm saying? Because people think YouTube is easy, and even when I come on as a guest, which I'm eternally grateful, by the way. Whether it's you, whether it's Northside, Lee Gunner in the past, Chig even, rest in peace. I see, even from that perspective, like, to keep it up, like to keep the momentum going, the consistency, and to find the time as well. It's not easy, man. And I've got massive respect for you for what you do. And, you know, one thing I would say, Stephen, is just fuck the trolls in it. Like, you know, there's always going to be, like, these keyboard warriors, whatever, like, you know, they're just trying to just say random shit.
I'll tell you what, like, it is difficult to keep up, like momentum, once you get it. And, like, there's so much more I want to do, but, like, when you're not well with yourself, and then, like, I mean, I just had COVID recently. I'm still suffering a bit from long COVID, to be fair. That's why I didn't do the watch along today. But after the game, I just thought I might as well get this done. There's probably hopefully videos tomorrow. Everyone knows that, like, anyone that's watching, like, you know, if there's no video, it's obviously just because I'm not well enough. So I try and do as much as I can. So, but hopefully we should have, like, a lot of guests coming on this week. We should have Ben Jacobs come on, football journalist. We should have the snooker, the Welsh snooker champion Joe Perry's back on as well.
Damn.
Yeah, we had him on at the start of the window, so we'll be having him back on as well.
Arsenal fan, I presume.
Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan, definitely, mate.
Nice,
so
cool.
He'll be back on. He'll let me know which day next week he will do, but Ben Jacobs, it will be Tuesday. Not sure what time, but I'll definitely get that confirmed.
Yeah.
And yeah, just loads of hopefully other stuff coming up this week as well. So make sure you keep it locked here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Do hit the like button, do hit the share button, do hit the join button as well. All donations that I'll go to Children's Disease Foundation as usual, so please do so. It really does help. But until then, everyone stay safe. Stay well, and